Recently, 10 long-tailed broadbills died while they were flying from the Umiam Lake side towards the city. The birds hit the glass facade of a car showroom and many of them died of shock. Of course, locals could revive some of the birds. According to forest officials, the birds could have mistaken the reflection of the forest on the glass as their potential destination. This is probably the first time that Meghalaya witnessed such a tragic incident. Yes, it is a tragedy and one that has been caused by us. Fatal flights are becoming common incidents around the world as development clashes wildlife existence. Such tragedies are common especially during migration season when birds traveling long distances have to cross cityscapes full of ubiquitous glass fronts. In India, a 2025 study titled Glass Traps recorded 35 incidents involving 22 species. The most vulnerable among the migratory birds was the Indian blue robin, and among the resident birds was the white-cheeked barbet. The changing designs of urban spaces in the country have made such flights of death a common phenomenon here in India. In the northeast too, the urban spaces are changing, though they have a substantial green cover around them. Shillong too is undergoing fast change, rapid urbanization and concretization. Nonetheless, the city has some great green patches and the Umiam Lakeside is among those. The Umiam Lakeside is a birder's delight. According to a 2025 census, there are about 14 species of water birds in the area. So, when urbanization is happening around this avian heaven, there has to be a coordination between the Urban Development Department and the Forest Department. When permissions are given for construction of showrooms or modern buildings, it must be made clear in the guidelines that builders have to either avoid glass facades or they must use bird-friendly glasses such as etched, fritted or UV coated. These glasses are common in the market nowadays. There are other cheaper ways to treat your glass facades so that birds are not attracted to the reflection on it. Also, people who are living in glass houses must be made aware of the fact that reflections of exterior or interior trees or plants and reflections of exterior or interior lights on the glass are harmful for birds. Birds not only get confused with their flight path but often end up meeting the same fate as those of the broadbills. An initiative that is gaining momentum in American cities is Lights Out. The all-night lights of office buildings and street lights in cities are responsible for drawing migrating birds off course, delaying their migrations and making them vulnerable to window collisions. It is true that Shillong is yet to attain the typical urban razzmatazz, but concretization is a reality today and individuals can choose any design. So, the Lights Out initiative must be encouraged, especially in neighborhoods which are located near green patches or marked forested areas. Turning off non-essential lights and using downward-facing lighting are simple ways to reduce the problem of artificial light at night. However, these are only precautions and cannot guarantee that the problem will be solved. So what can we do? Should we not invest in development? That is not an option for the human race today. What we can do is we can choose sustainable development. The government's blueprint for urbanization must consider the green patches and marked forested areas in and around the city as well as the ecology that is thriving there. There must be thorough checks before permitting any builder to raise modern structures close to green patches or forest areas. In this case, there must be zero tolerance for corruption, and the Forest Department must be one of the stakeholders in monitoring the situation. But before any guidelines are laid down, the government must initiate a research and data collection process. To determine the avian population, migratory birds, their routes, the urban pockets which are hindering their flight, and expert opinion to mitigate those problems. We the humans are encroaching on the habitats of birds and animals, and it is our duty to find a way to save what is remaining of the birds and animal kingdom.